Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my Flosstube channel. This is episode 5. Very excited. I have a person here with me today. Do you want to introduce yourself? Well, he doesn't know how to act in front of the camera, but this is my fiance, Reuben.
Hi.
Somebody requested, like, in one of my first couple videos that I force him to film with me at some point. So I've managed to secure a time slot with him. So he's very busy. His schedule's very booked. But yes, so we're here today to talk about cross stitching as usual. I have a couple whip updates, nothing too crazy, and then one of like the main topics TM is if y'all didn't know, Heaven and Earth Designs had a sale this past weekend for Easter, and we may have purchased several patterns. So we'll go through those. And I also had another purchase.
All right. Well, this was my first ever project.
You can hold it up closer. So it's no longer a whip. This is finished.
Except for the edges, but
Yes.
I'm dealing with that later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got this hoop recently. It's not one that you use to stitch it in. It's like a nice decorative one.
Finishing hoop.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
So we just need to actually finish the back of that.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
As you can see, I started way too close to the edge because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Yeah.
I did make this pattern though.
Mm-hmm. What did you use to make it?
Stitch Studio. It's an app on Google Play for sure. Probably also an Apple Store.
Yes.
I don't know. I like it.
Mm-hmm. And this is on 14 count Ada.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easier to start him on a larger count fabric. It's pretty funny.
Looking at your linen, I'm like...
I know, I was gonna say, it's really funny now that I've, like, started working on, like, the Lugana and the linen, because he looks at it and is like, yo, I literally can't focus my eyes on those
I don't know how
holes.
they do it. I'm like, this is fabric. There are no holes. What?
I'm just that good, baby. Yo, some people stitch on, like, 42 count. 36 is difficult for me, so...
Glasses.
Yeah, I know. You got bad in the vision.
Bad in the vision, indeed. I'll probably take this one out of the Q-clip, actually, so they can...
Okay. So you can see his nipple?
Yes. Alright. So this project is Adrian, or Alucard, from Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty boy. I like him. And this one I made on on Stitch Studio. You can import pictures. So I did that of one of the things I found online.
Why don't you hold it up
on the interwebs? So this is my progress so far, and then I cleaned it up a lot because Stitch Studio was like, "Hey, how's about all of these colors intermixed with each other, because that's the closest color match we can find, and also shading." And I was like, how's about we fix this so that's in solid lines so that I don't have to go every other color.
Yes, so this looks a lot better than like just the raw import. I'm sure if like any of you guys have tried importing photos into charting apps, you've seen the kind of garbage that it can often put out. So I'm very excited about how this one is looking, even though I think I've said before, I've literally never seen Castlevania. I've mentioned your whip.
Well, I don't think you would like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have you vibes.
Yeah, no. But this piece is really, really big. He's stitching it on 14 count as well. I don't know what the actual, like, fabric size is that he's stitching on, but, like, from the top of my head, sitting, it goes down to, like, where my hips are. So it's, like, a couple feet. It's pretty big.
Yeah. I just did the outline, and then I cut to size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we left just enough for finishing. So... Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So, here you go.
Thanks.
Oh, you should talk about him.
Oh,
Careful not to get the mic.
This is it focused? Okay. My pin.
It's a
calcifer, needle minder. You know, those things. Calcifer. Love that boy.
He's a good boy.
Sassy flame man. We can link the Etsy store. I don't remember where I got it.
It's definitely for sure in your Etsy purchases.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out.
There's cat hair stuck in my mascara.
It really is here.
Oh, that felt weird. I failed to mention at the start of this, I usually dress when I look garbage, and I forgot to. I only have powder on today. Today is Easter, when we're filming. It's Sunday the 17th. And I had family stuff going on today. And then when I got home, immediately something flew into my eye, and I cried like all the makeup off of this eye. So we're salvaging it. We've done it, but I also look really exhausted. So apologies for that. Here's your Q snapback, honey.
I think you look good.
Yeah, I know. You always say that. Oh, he also used to stitch that in a scroll frame. Do you like the Q snap better?
Yes. I like to be able to have it tight, and the scroll frame. Wow, words. The scroll frame doesn't really keep tension very well, and that was frustrating for me. So I definitely like the Q snap much better.
Thanks for donking it on my thing.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now we have to make it about me.
Yes.
So I've done a fair bit in the past 2 weeks. I didn't film last week because I just didn't really have that much to show. But this week with the haul and everything, I have enough stuff to talk about. I'm
on a struggle bus.
Okay, yeah, he's just putting the Q snap back on so nobody don't perceive him. But yes, I have been working on Bohemia a lot. So this is where I'm at with that one. I can see if I can get a screenshot from last time I filmed so that you guys can see how many stitches I've done. I've about doubled my stitch count since the last time I filmed. I am at a little bit over 1,600 stitches on that. I'm always baffled at how little it looks like I've done. But yes, I've spent a lot of time on this. Right here-ish, I'm about to hit part of the actual design. This is all background so far, so I'm really excited about that. Also, I recently got these thingies. They are magnetic cable ties that I got off of Amazon. I saw somebody else on Flosstube using them to kind of hold their fabric back on the back of their Q-snap. If you guys can see that. And I thought it was just the best.
Cece also got me one of these waterproof pillowcases since I was using a scroll frame at the time.
I mean, it's still good.
It is still good. No cat hair in there.
The cats are allowed in his room. We have separate bedrooms. Some people think that's really weird. But it just works well for us because I don't like sharing a bed.
I get up disgustingly early.
Yes, he is a package delivery man. But anyway, so the cats are allowed in his room, so they just shed everywhere constantly. So
as they do.
Yes. But anyway, that's where we're at with that. I have been, not to promote somebody else's Facebook group. I hope this isn't weird. I've been posting a lot in Cross Stitching Smiles Facebook group. I think if you go to her channel, you can find a link to it in her most recent video descriptions. It's a really chill group. There's under 100 people in it. And I post updates on that pretty frequently. So yes. Other project, I actually picked up my Sal, which I haven't touched in literal months. So here's where we're at right now. Again, I can find a picture from the last time I worked on this. I had a few stitches done on this bottle. But yeah, I was able to knock out a lot of work on this. I'll just cover Reuben's face. I did all of the bottle and the words, and then I've started the next fill. Sorry, I'm not used to filming next to somebody else. My WIPGO call for this month for that project is to do 2 drops. So 1 drop is the bottle with the words, and then 1 drop is the fill. You can yawn. It's okay to yawn. My foot is asleep though. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, so I intend to finish this other fill within the next couple days. And then I will have another square off of my WIPGO board. Are you so tired?
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of late at night, huh? It's like almost 10 o'clock at night right now.
Bedtime.
Yeah, Reuben bedtime. So, WIPGO... Oh, shoot. Where's my pen? I did... Cats. I did knock off another 5 days on Bohemia, which again has not been called yet, but I've just been stitching on it so much. So, I marked that off, and then for my Sal drop, that was called for April, and once I finish that next fill, I'll be able to highlight that one as well, and then I'll feel really good about myself. So, yes, I think that's it for WIP updates. I know it doesn't seem like that much stuff, but this has been a lot for me. So for purchases, I have the email pulled up on my phone because I don't remember everything that we bought. The first thing I got was actually not from the HAED sale. If you guys didn't watch my last Flosstube, I talked about, I recently became a gold member on Gecko because I'm crazy. And Reuben enabled me. So,
it is a really good deal though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But they have a Facebook group for gold members, and they post like gold member exclusives. And one of the things that they posted in there was this Kitsune kit, which is by Scandy Girl, who I talked about last week as well. And if you pre-order it, you get a discount on on the kit. So of course I had to pre-order it. So yes, I believe it releases in like about a week now. So that's really hype. Yes, that wasn't really the kit I expected on purchasing from Gecko. I really wanted that Bast one, but that one will be there. Yeah, so for our HAED stuff, Reuben actually got a pattern, oh god, your little toes are so cold. We got 8 patterns, and one of them is for him. Do you remember what it was?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It's a fall dragon one.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure to put pictures in and also the artist's name because it doesn't tell me the artist's name on my thingy. It only tells me their last name, which isn't super helpful. So, but yes.
It's really cool though. I'm very excited. I've been trying not to start too many projects at once because I don't have a ton of free time. So I've been trying to just focus on the Adrian one.
Yeah, you started that one quite a while ago, huh?
Yeah, and I've made that much progress on it.
What is that other one? What do you call that?
The Apadeva one?
Yeah, the Apadeva one. You started that, I think it was last April or May, wasn't it? Because it was right when you were moving.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. That checks out.
And I think he finished it last summer sometime. So it didn't take him... I mean, he really cruised through that one. And then...
I think it's not filled, so it was...
well, yeah, I know. Yeah, so... this maybe will be helpful for other folks who aren't super familiar with Flosstube or cross-stitch in general. So something like my Bohemia cross-stitch, or I suppose Adrian would qualify too, where it's completely covered would be called full coverage. And then something like your Apadeva one or my stitch along would be called not full coverage. Or like, there's all these different genres of patterns and stuff too. So, but yeah, so he would be considered a full coverage stitch, and all the stuff that we bought from Heaven and Earth Designs is also full coverage. So that just means it takes literally 500 years to complete.
Yeah. But I am very excited for the dragon one. Mm-hmm.
Do you think when you do it, are you going to do it on a smaller fabric? Yeah.
Yes.
I think he'd be really big if you didn't.
He'd be giant.
Yeah. I want to say it's at least like 400 stitches wide. I think it's probably bigger than that because it's a HAED. But he's beefy. He's thick.
I'm definitely not doing it on linen, but we'll go for
well, you don't have to.
Count.
You don't have to. We can look at stuff. I mean, have you looked at... So this is called... this is from Gecko Rouge, and they send even weave. So this is 25 count even weave. And if you can see, it's a lot like smoother than linen. Linen sometimes has uneven threads in it, which are called, I believe, slubs. And you really can't do anything about it. You just have to stitch over it and hope that your stitches will cover it and not get messed up.
At least I can see those.
Yeah, but with, I believe this is Lugana. Gecko just calls it even weave, but I'm pretty sure this is Lugana. And this is a lot, like, it's smooth. And this one also has the gridding. Yep, yeah. So these are 10 by 10 squares.
That is extremely helpful.
I know. It's really nice.
I have the hardest time counting.
Yeah. I also think for you, we'll have to pick up, there's like an app, it's called Pattern Keeper. So you can upload that PDF that I gave you for the dragon, and then you can check off all the stitches and stuff. He likes digital patterns like everybody else. I'm literally the only person that I know that still uses paper patterns, but I just like it. But yes, anyway, so that's what he got from the HAED sale. It sounds like hopefully we'll be moving to 25 count Lugana for him, so I'm so proud of him. Do you think you'll finish Adrian this year? I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Oh, God. Okay.
A guy can dream, but probably not.
So the one that I bought that I'm the most excited about, I've been daydreaming about this pattern for a really long time. It's called Magic Study. And I think I've explained this in the past, but the original colorway is like more of a cool tone kind of situation. And that one was actually limited edition. So you can't buy that pattern you can't buy that pattern anymore unless you buy it secondhand from somebody who got a paper copy. But they do have a rainbow version. So I went ahead and I just got the normal size because I don't hate myself enough to get the super size one, because they do have a super size one. This stitch on its own is like 800 stitches wide by like, I think 500 or 600. So it's huge on its own. I don't need a super size. And I also got the max color version because on this one, it's very noticeable. Like I sent him screenshots of the normal and the max color, and you can really tell the difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just watching your old, one of your previous Flosstube videos where you have the not the max color one on it, and I was like, oh yeah. Because now I have the max color in my brain. I was like, that is...
You mean like the picture that I put up? Yeah, it was... I think that was in my second Flosstube. I just grabbed whatever picture came up first, and it was definitely the regular. So, but yes, I really don't like stitching confetti. What that means is basically when there's like one stitch of one color, and then next to it is one stitch of one... like...
So basically what it does when you upload photos.
But it's usually done that way for like high detail kind of things because it blends into a really nice, and it looks really good. I just really hate stitching confetti because I stitch cross country, which means I usually take like, it's how you do. So I take one color and I do like all of that color or just like a bunch of it. Instead of going like, some people will squitch. Some people will squitch one square at a time, or they'll go like diagonally, or I don't do that. I'm not organized enough. But yes,
diagonally.
Yes, diagonally. So that is Magic Study. I also had an impulse buy. I picked up a pattern called Yume, which is it's that bunny girl one. This one was recommended to me when I was purchasing a different Margaret Morales pattern, which I'll get to in a second. And I just, I don't know what to say. It had to go into my cart. I was saying to him, we're going to have like a hot lady wall once we finish all these patterns. And she's definitely going on that wall. She's gorgeous. The other Margaret Morales pattern I got was Celestine, but I got the mini of that. It was kind of like a blonde fairy girl. I don't know if you ever saw it, but I got the mini of that. The mini of that one had like a better blend than the Yume one did. She looked a little bit too pixelated for me to go for the mini for that, but the Celestine one looked good, so got that. I got 2 patterns from, I believe it's Tracy Butler. They are like 1920s flapper kind of patterns. They are called Lackadaisy Memorial and Lackadaisy Affinity. Affinity has her with like a cat, and then Memorial, she has this really pretty like flower head thing. I'll show you these pictures after. Those ones have been on my list for quite a long time. Pretty much my favorite aesthetic is Art Nouveau. My favorite era is the 1920s. So that's like house goals for me, is like 1920s era. I said to him that like I would love to have our house look like the murder house from American Horror Story season 1. That's like ideal house goals, like all the dark wood and like creepy huge windows and shit. Anyway, that's not what this video is about.
Spiral staircase.
Oh my god, spiral staircase. And like creepy jars of stuff in the basement, and like also getting murdered.
Creepy jars of stuff in the window.
Yes, and stained glass and chandelier, crystal doorknobs.
Crystal doorknobs.
They're cool. They're
cool.
fucking okay. Anyway, focusing. Yeah, so I got those 2. I just got those in the normal size. Fall Dragon for him, we also got in max color. So he'll have lots of fun stitching that.
Sick.
Yes. And then the 2 others, one of them it's called the Possibilities Evolution Rainbow. That one is also an absolutely massive, massive stitch. That one I got max color as well because there's just a lot happening. If y'all have never been to my channel before, pretty much in every video I talk about how much I like Pokemon. So I wanted to just make sure that that chart was going to look really, really pretty when I was stitching it. So again, no idea when that will be started. Yeah. And then the other one that I got, I don't even remember what this one looks like. Oh no. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, Fox Lady.
Yes. So this one is called Beautiful Secrets by Adele Lorien, it looks like is how you pronounce that. She's like a fox lady, and I got the no background version. That's so I can pick a cool fabric to put it on. So instead of like stitching that, I have it pulled up on here. Instead of stitching that, it'd just be fabric. So
cool.
She's also huge because literally all of these patterns are huge. But yes, that's what we got. A lot of them I've seen on Facebook groups, particularly Jess's group, the Cross Stitching Smiles one, like the Celestine one I saw on there. I think the Beautiful Secrets one was on a different group, but y'all are stitching some really cool stuff. Somebody also mentioned in a comment on one of my last videos that they were doing a stitch along that had something to do with tarot cards, I think it was, and I was like, but because of, I know I'm like, I really don't need another stitch, but
pretend I do not see.
I pretend I do not see. Actually, it was good because the Etsy strike was happening last week, and yeah, their shop was on vacation, so I couldn't look at it. So, but now I've just reminded myself that it exists, and the Etsy strike ends on the 19th, which is in 2 days. So when this video comes out, actually. So that's just wonderful. But yeah, that's all the stuff we bought. I was super excited to see that they're having a sale because everybody always says to wait till they have a sale. And y'all were right, because I still spent a lot of money, but not as much as I would have spent. Also, I had to make an account on there, and I had everything in my cart, and then it cleared my cart when I made the account, so I had to re-add everything. I know, I was so mad. But before I re-added everything, because I had made some changes when I re-added it, before I re-added everything, my total was $69.
Nice.
I'm very mature. But yes, I think that's all we have for you guys. Yeah. If Reuben ever finishes that cross stitch, I'll make sure that he comes on to show y'all. Yeah. Wow, what a delight. Thanks for coming on the show today. I'll get in contact with your agent so that we can book you again next time. Oh my god. All right. Enjoy the rest of your month. Good luck with WIPGO if any of you guys are participating. Numbers are getting called in, I believe it's 10 days when I'm recording this, so get your shit together for April. I know my shit isn't together, so hopefully somebody out there has all their shit together. But yes, I know. I know. It's funny. Nobody has their shit together, let's be honest. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye!